reinforcing the pillars that support our vision of being global, specialized, and innovative has been crucial to thriving in the reinsurance world and successfully celebrating our 15th anniversary. Our founder, Juan Antonio Niño, established vision and innovation as key factors from the very beginning. Our customer and services portfolio grew steadily in Latin America, the Middle East, Europe, Asia Pacific, and North Africa. This expansion further fueled our success mindset, leading to promising figures, numerous accolades, and outstanding results. We are firmly committed to our clients, and we will remain so for many years to come.
Welcome to the latest video content for Intelligent Insurer, the hub for industry news, debate, and exclusive interviews like this one. My name's Claire Churchard, and I'm the Senior Editor at Intelligent Insurer. Today, I'll be talking to Ramón Martínez Carrera, CEO at Active Capital Reinsurance. The business is celebrating its 15-year anniversary this year, so we'll be asking Ramón about how it's navigated the changing reinsurance landscape during that time, as well as asking about the market more broadly. We'll also be finding out about Active Re's strategy in the current market and the company's future plans. Welcome, Ramón. Really nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Thank you very much, Claire. Happy to see you, and thank you for allowing us to have and approach your readers. We follow and we love to work and read Intelligent Insurer's contributions. So happy to be with you at this interview.
Fantastic. That's very kind of you to say. Thank you. I mean, so Ramón, I want to ask you, first of all, could you just tell us a bit about Active Capital Reinsurance? What's your kind of main business? You know, what areas do you cover, particularly geographically and in terms of lines of business?
Yeah, sure. Active Re is a reinsurer domiciled in Barbados. We are celebrating our 15th anniversary. We started as a very specialized reinsurer in affinity programs, which mean basically group life and credit life, oriented mostly to financial and credit institutions in Latin America. Since 2015, the company became more global, so we started doing business in Middle East, for instance, in Central Europe, Asia Pacific, and from the pure affinity business, we moved steady, sustained towards other more traditional lines, meaning credit, surety, property, and engineering, and now we're working even in other lines like financial lines, and we are always open to diversify both geographically and in line of business our portfolio. So from a very Latin American reinsurer, we're now working with 465 cedants company worldwide in 112 countries and through more than 100 brokers. I would say that our portfolio in terms of regions are now widespread, and in Middle East, for instance, we're doing business. Our business represents almost 40% of our net technical income. So quite diversified we're now since the very beginning.
Absolutely. I mean, clearly, you know, a truly global business. I mean, you mentioned there as well that you're Active Re celebrating its 15-year anniversary. Congratulations. I it's a good milestone. I want to ask you about the most important milestones that the organization has achieved in that 15-year span. I mean, obviously you just mentioned you know, they're growing out into other markets, but for you, what are the kind of key milestones in the last 15 years when the business has really sort of changed and moved in different directions and grown?
What I would say that we, as told before, we came from a monoline regional operation through a multi-line global operation. This is one major. It's a trajectory, but the decision made by 2015 was very important strategically speaking. On the other hand, from a pure regionally rated company, since 2014 we are rating A-, excellent, and always having stable outlook. But during the last 2 years, our outlook improved to positive. So we look forward even to go beyond and hopefully in the near future an improvement in rating could be expected. In terms of our business model, major point was as well from pure in-house underwriting team and operational team. We are now supported not only by our internal team and in-house team, but we are also working with MGAs, managing general agencies, and regional, very important brokers through which we write business globally. And so it's a very, very particular business model for a reinsurer. Now we're running 17 binding authority agreements and other facilities. So it's a great combination dealing not only with the internal team, but also with external distribution channels. Another major point I would like to highlight is digitalization and innovation. For us, this is a major gearing possibility to grow intensively, to grow based on profitability and productivity. So we invest in IT platform, we invest in talent, and we are going forward trying to integrate all our systems in order to improve the productivity. Capitalization is another very important point. We have been supported by our shareholders during the 15 years, sustaining the capitalization in order to offer more capacities to our markets. From inception to nowadays, the risk capital increased at a compound annual growth rate of 55%. This is an amazing growth, allowing us to increase not only our capacity but also our retention. So we are now retaining 61% of the premium written. So for us, this is a very important outcome of during all these 15 years. And of course, having that capacity is not enough. We needed as well to improve our underwriting discipline. And that's why we think that investing in talent has been very important for us. We have underwriters working globally. Our staff is located in 14 different cities around the world. So in that sense, we have a multicultural team working worldwide and close to our clientele worldwide. We're working in more than 100 countries. And on top of that, we're not a huge organization, but we prefer to be lean, agile organization. So it's very flat organization. So decision-making process is very, very fast, and we try to gain speed in that and use opportunities offered worldwide. This is major results we can tell you and share with your readers about Active Radio in these 15 years.
Fantastic. I mean, that's quite a lot of milestones, isn't it, in what is a relatively short time? So yeah, a lot of things achieved.
Yes, indeed. And if I may say that all these achievements were following a strategy. That strategy is based in five pillars, Claire.
Yes, please.
And for us, it's very important. It's very important to highlight that the company has been always focused in strategically in these five important pillars. First of all, the balance sheet strength. So we pay a lot of attention to our rating and the balance sheet strength, and we are by AM Best rated and catalog our balance sheet as strongest. So for us, that's very important, and supporting not only the permanently improving of the rating, but also the positive outlook. We have been always stable outlook and now positive outlook. So we are quite steady always. The other pillar is the financial side. We try always to increase and improve, and we are looking now that if growing, I would say organically, if we grow organically, we can reach the next size, financial size, catalog by AM Best, which is size 8, over $100 million equity. So for a lean reinsurer, for us, this is the next benchmark. The third pillar is our business profile. Business profile, as I told you before, supported by steady growing of the portfolio, innovation and digitalization. We are moving from a pure facultative reinsurer to a more oriented to treaty, and now, if I may say that one third of our portfolio is already compounded by treaty business. 1/3. Our business model as well is based on not only the internal team, but also MGAs. This is a very specific and particular strategy and business model. And the fourth pillar is the operational performance. As we are spread in different locations and countries, we need a strong operational performance. First of all, underwriting discipline. We have two different underwriting teams in different locations, but we only have one brand and one discipline to accept and evaluate risk. Also, how we handle and how we manage reserves, how we support reserves with the necessary liquidity. We have a very conservative investment policies, very conservative. We're not suffering at all the financial turmoil. We're now looking in other markets and reinsurers. We keep under control the leverage, so we write and we accept as much net retained premium as equity we have to absorb that amount, and that's very important for us keeping our strategy. And last but not least, enterprise risk management, I mean the comprehensive risk management framework and governance. This is quite important for reinsurers to handle and keep under control all the risk we're facing. And we know that the risk landscape now is changing. So and we have to live with that, but we have to cope and we have to keep under control the risk we're facing in the whole operation, not only the pure risk in terms of underwriting, but operational risk, credit risk, and another kind of risk that you know we all faced. And in governance, of course, we have reinforced our governance. We and integrated all the system within the company to make sure that the clientele we work with is passing the due diligence processes, and we control all the risks we are facing in our operation. So these are the 5 pillars I mentioned you, and following that strategy and we're happy that the results we are achieving during all these 15 years are following that lines, that strategy, growing steady. We avoid catastrophic risk. This is out of our appetite, so we don't like volatility. We prefer growing, sustained growth, and avoiding big jumps or falls.
Yeah, sounds very wise. Sounds very wise to me.
Yeah.
It's a very specific strategy, isn't it? And I can see why that's worked for you in the last 15 years very much. Ramón, I want to ask you about business at the moment. So how is business at Active Re, this year, perhaps, or the last 6 months, 12 months? And what market factors are you kind of monitoring most closely, and why?
Well, this year has been for us very good. We comply with our expectations, with our budgets, and I must say that the growth during the last 2 years, 21, 2022. I mean, we cope. First of all, we cope with the pandemic. We managed to absorb the volatility during the pandemic. In terms of business, we even reinforced our core business, which is affinity, dealing with persons, and we managed to diversify our portfolio. The quality of this year and even the past 5 years, but the quality is that our net results are growing faster than the gross premium written. It means that our our portfolio is profitable. All our line of business are profitable. All our line business are profitable. Yeah, we managed to increase the underwriting income. All the net results are growing faster than the gross premium. Means that we're not looking at volume, but we're looking at profitability. This is our guidelines. So this is what I can tell you in terms of results. As I told before, capital has been increasing steady. So as the retention. The return on equity is over 25%. It's more than 25% when the market, the industry is below 5. So the combined ratio during the last 5 years, so it's not 1 year, during the last 5 years, our combined ratio is 78%. When the industry, you know how it's behaving, how is the performance of the industry is over 90%, almost 100%, depending on the segment you check. And if we look at the past 5 years, at least during 3 out of the 5 years, the industry is not paying the cost of capital. So our operation is quite different. Our loss ratio this year is estimated to finish in 49%, and the combined ratio we are estimating finish about 73%. That's what we are estimating to finish this year. So far so good, and on average we're keeping quite stable during the last years.
I mean, it's obviously, you know, your strategy to have these figures coming. It's probably not a surprise to you that these results are coming out the way they are, because that's obviously what your strategy is aiming to achieve. I mean, I also want to ask you as well, obviously there are some challenges and opportunities in the market, even if you're, you know, staying away from catastrophe. So, you know, obviously you talked about your 5 pillars of strategy already. Do you have any sort of slightly different strategies for managing challenges and opportunities in this sort of current, very uncertain market? Are there any things you might do slightly differently given the current challenges?
Yeah, well, as you know, we're facing and globally speaking, the macroeconomic outlook is becoming quite challenging. Inflation is now at the record level, and we expect that will continue for the next year. Geopolitical problems as well is present, and we foresee that for the next year that will be another question to look at very closely. But on the other hand, if we look at the other developing markets, so we're focusing on developing markets, not only the mature markets, you know, that's highly competitive, and sometimes we have to turn around and say, let's where the business is growing, where the opportunities are coming from, and that's why we're looking at. That's why while other reinsurers and other carriers are getting out or pulling capacity out, on the other hand, we're going the other way. We're going the other way. So we are taking after due diligence and of course study. So we are increasing our participation and penetration in other markets, like in Middle East, in Asia Pacific, even in Latin America. where we are strong since the very beginning. But we were looking not only to the traditional lines where we're working, but we were trying to find out another lines, and not only with our own capacities in terms of team, but also with MGA. So we are always open to receive new business plans and developing our own plans. For the next year, we were planning to enter in new markets. Last year, we entered in new 24 markets, and for the next one, we look forward to entering and increase our line, not only new markets, but increasing the lines offered to our business partner, and we're now well recognized in markets that 5-6 years ago we were unknown, and now we have a name. We are recognized as a good business partner, for instance, in Middle East, and now we're moving towards to Asia, where we are already doing businesses in a lot of countries, markets.
Yeah, I mean, Ramón, it seems like you've got quite ambitious plans, which is perhaps not a surprise given, you know, the way things have gone already in the last 15 years. I was going to ask you actually about your future plans, although I appreciate you've just kind of outlined some of them there. But I mean, have you got any sort of plans that you haven't already mentioned, future plans? And can I also ask, you know, how are you going to move into some of these new markets? What, you know, are you keeping the same strategy? Are you keeping that underwriting discipline, or do you think there might be some slight differences in the way you do things as you continue to expand the business?
Well, no, we're going to keep our strategy in terms of underwriting discipline, and that's why we take time to enter into a new market. First of all, we try to enter not alone, but with a strategic and good business partner. It sometimes takes time, and when I talk about business partners, are global brokers with experience, and then when we analyze and decide to enter into a new market. So we visit the market, we make our presentations, we try to identify the more stable and well-known and business partners, and basically what we look always at is aligning the risk appetites of our partners and ourselves. So if we manage to align the risk appetite, so this is almost done the success, almost reached success. So and if we manage to deal with good distribution channels, and always thinking on a two-way road. So it's basically cooperation, not in terms of just transferring the risk and that's it, but aligning the operational systems, aligning the practices, knowing each other, and that's what we always do.
Yeah, a very kind of solid approach, isn't it? And clearly one that you have used successfully already. I mean, I want to ask you, Ramón, it's been really interesting to hear, you know, about how you've come to the place you are now with Active Re, and, you know, where you're going next. But I want to ask you, given all of the things you've covered in our conversation today, what kind of final thoughts would you like to leave our audience with about Active Re and about you know, where you're going and where you've been?
Well, Active Re is planning to go forward. I must say that I'm quite so happy, and we appreciate first of all, support given by our shareholders. Our founder, Mr. Juan Antonio Niño, he was always keen to support the operation, growing the operation, and to our business partners. We are here to stay. We are knowing and learning from them. We are learning from the changing landscape we were looking at, and we would like to go forward, having the great team we have, and looking for more professionals to improve our operation. So I thank you very much for this opportunity, Claire, and say thank you to all our business partners, all our distribution channels, our shareholders, our own staff and team. And I believe that this is going to be a great opportunity to expand and let all your readers know that Active Re is looking for new improvement in our operation and rising our brand to a highest level.
Fantastic. Ramon, thank you so much. A fantastic previous 15 years. Here's to the next 15 years. It sounds like you've got a lot of exciting things going on.
I hope to stay here till the next 15 years.
We'll definitely speak again. I know that, because you've got a lot of things coming up that I think we need to talk to you more about. So thank you very much. But Ramon, that's all of our questions for today, but we hopefully will speak to Ramon again soon. But thank you so much for joining us. It's been really interesting.
Thank you.
It's lovely.
I appreciate it. Really.
Absolutely. Well, it's just left for both of us to say thank you for listening, and goodbye for now. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Goodbye. Thank you.